Hey, face caretaker. I am coming to you live on my 40th birthday. And as the birthday girl, I thought that I would show you what I'm going to do for my look today. So I'm barefaced. I have done my skincare. The seasons are changing. So I've added in some supplements, including my replenishing serum plus C and E. This is a powerhouse. If you haven't learned about vitamin C, I highly suggest you give it a look-see. I'm a fan. And then I have my eye cream and my sunscreen on, and I'm going to start out with a little bit of oil mattifier. So I am still rolling into my 40s and I am combination oily still. So I have this beautiful Mediterranean skin I've been blessed with. And if you're going to use an oil mattifier, the trick is to pat it on because this has you want to create a matrix on your face and it kind of creates a barrier. Like, did you see that? Like, I was super shiny when I started and that took it right away. How amazing is that? A little dab will do you. This will last you a really long time. Non-comedogenic, hypoallergenic. If you're an oily girl, I highly recommend adding this in no matter what kind of foundation you use. So after my oil mattifier, I use a primer. So the trick to that is to let the oil mattifier set before you put your primer on. There's a little bit of debate about what order you put what in. This is the order I choose for my face. No matter how many videos you watch, you will find someone does it a little differently. There's no wrong way to do it. I can give you tips and tricks about how to get the most out of it, but you can do it the way that works for you. The other thing is that you can add more oil mattifier throughout your day. So finish your face and then you're like, oh, I'm getting a little shiny. Just a little dab on your oily spots can go right over the top of your makeup. What? I know, mind blown every time. I'm still a CC cream kind of gal. So I put a little bit on the back of my hand and I use this beautiful foundation brush. So this, I just tap and then I do circles to get on my face. I like how this looks. This takes away all the redness. I am super uneven because I have spent my career working road construction. And so I have been out in the sun every day. And so I know today is raining here in Saratoga Springs, New York, but I have to go into the office and I am going to be looking foxy and 40. That's my goal for the day. So I put my CC cream on. I always start with my CC cream. You can use this as a base. You can also use another foundation on top of your CC cream. So I'm going to go in with some concealer. Again, I put a little bit on the back of my hand and I use a cream concealer brush. So my favorite part about brushes is when they're labeled. So that just makes my life super, super easy. But look how that just brightens that spot up. So now we've all been taught to come down in a triangle. I have changed up the way I do my makeup. And I go up here and I stay on the inner corner. And I've learned to draw inside the line. So I'm only putting concealer where I feel like I need it. So I feel like I don't have a whole lot of blue, but I definitely have this darkness around my eyes. So I am just lightening up and then I go up. So on this side, so I go up here. I want lift. So as I roll into my first day of 40, I want things to look up. If I were to come down, that brightness would be drawn to the center of my face, but I would prefer it to go up. So do you see where I've put that concealer? It just looks nice. You can also use your fingers. So I'm usually apply my concealer with a finger kind of gal. If you do that, wash your hands first, okay? So that is really all I need to do. Like this is like really real life kind of makeup, okay? Like I am not a makeup artist by any means. I'm a Mary Kay lady. And all the products I use is from Mary Kay. And I am absolutely loving studying with makeup artists and really bringing like makeup and skincare to like the normal people. So the next thing I like to do is set all of this with a little bit of translucent powder. I like to take away a little bit of oiliness, and this acts as a really fabulous base for my eye makeup. So I just take a little bit of this and I just put it right on top of my eyes like that. And I just set this a little bit. If you're a real oily girl, get a little bit on here, press and roll. That's my hot tip of the day. Press and roll your translucent powder or any kind of powder onto your face, and it will really just matte it out. So there I am. I'm like fresh faced. I'm ready to go. I can go to the grocery store or whatever. I am obsessed. Woo, let me drop it. I am obsessed with this new palette. So this is totally customizable, but it's perfect for fall as we transition into winter. We have one matte shade. My hot tip to you is always include a matte transition shade in your palettes, especially if you can customize them, because it'll make for a beautiful transition tone. So we learned a couple of weeks ago about how each of these is really strategic. And I'm going to start with a little bit of this. What is this called? Oh, here's a hot tip. Look at what happens. It is called biscotti. It's stamped on the bottom. It's magnetic, so totally customizable. So when I forget what it's called, I can just peel it off and tell you. So I start with a little biscotti on my eyelid, and I'm going to bring this all the way up to my eyebrows because I feel like this really brightens me up. I would not do this with something shimmery. So even if I was 20 years old, I would never just start from lash line to brow bone with the same sparkly color. But that just really just opened my eyes, and it makes it so that I have something to blend into. So the next thing I'm going to do is my crease color. I really love this burnished bronze. Check this out. So a little dab will do you. So this is really heavily pigmented, and you won't find that it falls out. So I always create a V and then I come right into this crease. So we should probably talk about eye shape a little bit more on this channel. And that is that I have a standard eye. And what that means is that I have the same distance here in between my eyes. So I do my eye makeup according to my eye shape. If you have close set eyes, you would have less space here than the width of one eye, right? If you have wide set eyes, you would have more space from corner to corner than your standard eye. If you have, let's say you have a hooded eye where this bit comes down and you can't really see your movable lid, that's called a hooded eye or bedroom eyes. And that you would do your eye makeup differently. If you had hooded eyes where you couldn't see this part, you would come up higher and you create kind of like a false crease. And those are some tips if you are going to do your eye makeup based on your eye shape, your placement. You can use all these colors, but your placement will be just a little bit different. So that is all I'm really going to do today. And I'm going to take this candlelight and I'm going to put it right here in the middle just for a little brightness. Look at what that does. That's like immediate. And so that is really it. That's all I'm going to do today. I make sure that there's no lines. But how beautiful is that? Like that's a pretty solid start to finish. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to break out this beautiful palette, and I have my blushes in here. So I come in with specifically a blush brush, and I'm going to go with this one is called Darling Pink. It does have a little sparkle in it, and today's my birthday, so a little sparkle, and my face is a little oval. So I go from the tops of my cheeks and I bring it up to my hairline. If you have like a round face, you might just stay right here. There is different placement for each kind of makeup that you've got going on. So that I'm like good to go. I'm gonna need a little lip gloss, and we're gonna go shimmery with this Sheer Illusion lip gloss. Look at this doe foot. Is that not beautiful? It just hugs your lips. It's not sticky. My hair doesn't stick to it. But I'm ready for my work day. I hope that you enjoy your Monday. I hope you're slaying your goals, and I appreciate you letting me design your morning and your evening routine. Enjoy your day.